Hey there, surprise, surprise, I'm not gonna sing today. Just kidding. Nobody knows what I do on here. So, I'm gonna talk to everyone, you guys, whoever you are, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, it doesn't matter. That's the point of this message. It doesn't matter who you are, who's watching. What's important is that you do the right things because that's the right thing to do. It's part of initiative, it's part of, I think the word is integrity, but it's all part of your belief in yourself. It's part of believing that you've done something positive for someone else or yourself even. As long as it's positive, as long as it's good things. Like, I'll give you an example for today. Shoveling the walkway. It's snowing. Let's go shovel a walkway. Your parents might not notice it because it's going to keep snowing for another 4 hours, but you know that you've done a good job. If you live alone and you shovel your own walkway, that's great because no one else is going to do it for you, and if someone else does, make it a point to thank them because they're looking for the same kind of praise that you are. Don't post it on Facebook. That's another point. Don't post it on Facebook that you're upset that someone didn't give you approval. Someone didn't give you praise for some hard work that you did. Yeah, you probably did a really good job, but the point is not to take in other people's positivity, other people's praise, because it's part of building yourself up so you don't need them anymore. You got, like, if you do a good thing, like, you paint a nice picture and you think it's the best thing you've ever done, and you show it to your mom, and you're like, remember that time when you were 4 years old and, like, you, like, showed, like, Mom, look, I painted this thing, and she's like, oh, that's nice, honey, let's put it on the fridge, and, or even if she didn't, like, if you think that you did a good job, then you are proud of that, you're proud of that moment, and you didn't need your mother's approval, because you knew that it was good enough. My point is, like, you need to do that all the time. Like, you do a good thing, and you say, oh yeah, I'm really proud of myself today. Yeah, I'm gonna, keep doing this, because this feels really good. Even though no one thanked me, no one said, oh yeah, you did a great job today, Robin, but as I need, I have important things to do today, and someone's probably not going to thank me for it, someone's probably not going to say anything for it, but I'm going to do it anyway, because that's what needs to be done. I'm going to do the dishes, because the dishes need to be clean, so we can use clean dishes. I'm going to, maybe I'll walk the dogs today, even though it's snowing, because the dogs need to get out sometime, and I'm going to feed the dogs, I'm going to feed the cats, because that's what needs to be done. I might shovel the driveway, because it's snowing. I might have said that. But I need to cook food today, and it needs to be done because no one else is home to do it. So I'm going to follow the instructions my father gave me to do, make dinner, and if he thanks me, great. If he doesn't thank me, that's okay, because I don't care. Um, um, I'm going to compare this pride feeling of, good feelings to a scarf, and I'm going to call it a pride scarf. Alright, so this is your pride scarf, and it's super hot pink because that's what you are on the inside. You're super hot pink colored. And I'm going to say each knot is a good thing that you've ever done. And it doesn't matter how long, it matters to the point of how long you've been alive. Your knots are going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit clumsier, but as long as they're good knots. Because if they're good knots, then your pride scarf will hold together. If they're not as good, then it might fall back a little bit, it might not make you feel as good, but as long as it keeps you warm, that's all that matters, because that's the point of a scarf. The scarf is to keep you warm in cold times, and this pride scarf feeling is to look back on each little knot that you see, and you're going to say, I remember that time that I was at that place and I did that really nice thing for a little boy, or I did that really nice thing for an old person, or I did a really nice thing, or I did a good job somewhere, or I, did something without being asked, and no one thanked me for it, but I felt good about it, so, I'm just gonna go with it. And each time you do one of those things, it adds on to your, good feeling scarf, or pride scarf, and it'll keep you warm when you're negative, you're out in the cold, or I accidentally ran over this kid's bike in the driveway, but I feel sorry for it. I will, do something good for this kid, and that will negate that negative feeling. Negate and negative, that's funny. It'll, get rid of the negative feeling. I mean, the kid might hold a grudge against you and not leave his bike out as much, but as long as you've done something that you're proud of that is a good thing, you can, look back and think of all those good things. Another example is, the bike thing wasn't a really good example because it was your own fault, and also the kid's fault for leaving his bike out, but, not the point. That's why it's a bad example. Let me think of a good thing. Alright, so, it's not really doing bad things and getting good feelings because you've done something good. It's not feeling anything. I guess you've been building up your scarf so long, and then all of a sudden you're not feeling good about it anymore. You're not feeling as positive, and you feel like you need someone else's reinforcement. That's the point of this essay. If this was an essay, whatever. You can just keep building it until it's done, and every good feeling... Okay, no. You do a good thing, and you've come to the point in your day, or week, or month, or year, where you're like, I'm not feeling too proud, because I feel like I need a little bit more praise today. But then you look back at all the other times, and you look back at all this long list of good things that you've done, and you tell yourself, look at this good things that I've done, and I believe that I have done a good job. So far, I've done a good job, and I did a good job today, and as hard as it is to not get any appreciation, I appreciate my own work. I appreciate the good work that I did today. And that's pretty much all that matters. Thanks for watching, I guess. I'm gonna keep crocheting this scarf because it needs to be done. I don't care who's watching. I don't care if the person I give it to is happy about it, if they want a different color, if they think that it's not worth as much of the time that I put into it. That stuff doesn't matter to me. I'm not asking for anything in return. I just want to give out this scarf to somebody. And that's part of what I'm talking about. You just gotta go with the flow, If you think that you've done a good job with something and someone else doesn't appreciate it, then it's a shame on them because you're proud of it, you've done a good job, and that's all that matters. So follow your dreams, go for what you think is right, and remember to stay warm with your pride scarf. Have a good day, guys.